Tonight on News 5 Live, Mom's the Word. What's happening at Solid Waste Management and Authority? The large amount of monies missing and the person who has been placed on administration leave. PM Briceño being cagey with his answers. In Corozal, the battle for a constituency office. It's another round of Tia versus Elvia. In the South, the UDP loses court battle. And we'll tell you why the Prime Minister has been eating a lot of popcorn recently. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
This plan, I can't leave this plan. Smart Belize!
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a Lone Ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered-up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't leave this plan. I can't leave this plan.
With the steady increase in prices, it's hard to hold on to your hard-earned cash. Well, here at Benny's, prices are steadily falling, making it easier to stretch your dollars. Prices are slashed on roofing, Blycem, nails, rebar, paints, lumber, and other products for your construction needs. And with fantastic discounts going on right now, get store-wide deals on select products from now through September 30th. Visit a Benny's store near you today where the prices just keep on falling. Benny's, quality and savings.
Child marriage is not just a legal issue. It's a matter of human rights and a form of gender-based violence. It often emerges from cultural beliefs and influence of closed-minded relatives, depriving children of their basic human rights to freedom, security, education, and a voice.
Vote for your favorite KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to smart code 5885. Here are this week's contestants.
I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never make the ground, but now there's nowhere to hide. Since you pushed my love aside, I'm out of my head.
Amaze me the way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. And I run from miles just to get a taste. Must be love on the brain.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight. And don't forget to tune in every Tuesday night at 8 for KTV The Remix Season 6. Live only on 5.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Thursday, August 8. I am Sabrina Daly. We start off tonight's newscast with an update on the missing funds at the Belize Solid Waste Management Authority. The investigation into the matter is still ongoing to determine the magnitude of the crime, how many people were involved, and from what unit of that office specifically. Since the news broke, there have been two different amounts reported, from $500,000 to double that amount. All that the Ministry of Sustainable Development's press release stated is that it is investigating an alleged wrongdoing at the authority, and that it has been in communication with the Belize Police Department, which is investigating the alleged misconduct. Today, Prime Minister John Briceño told the media that the administrator has been asked to take a few days off. And he said that while the government wants the public to know what is happening, he needed to be careful how he spoke in the event the matter winds up in the courts.
The minister informed us in cabinet of supposedly there seems to be some unaccounted funds, monies that quite likely have been mismanaged, and I need to be very careful how I use the terms. There have been many instances when we give interviews and the words that we use are used in court to be able to get some of these people off. So I don't want to say more. I want basically to tell you that we're doing a thorough investigation, and that any information that's found out and any wrongdoing that we find, we're going to have the police involved. I think the police is already involved, and if there is any wrongdoing, we're going to ensure that these people see their day in court and to be able to account to the Belizean people. We want people to know that something is happening, but that we're investigating it and we're not trying to hide it. But we need to have that investigation and let the chips fall where they may. And whosoever is responsible, if something went wrong, those persons have to be held accountable.
I know you can't give details, but can you say if the director of the management authority is on administrative leave during the investigation?
I'm not sure if she's on administrative leave at this point, but I did know that she was asked to take a few days off. But probably if it is merited, it probably is already done. I've not been informed, but certainly if they need to put her on administrative leave, if it's not been done yet, it will be done.
Corozal Bay Area Representative Elvia Vega Samos has voiced strong concerns over what she describes as disrespect from her own party, the People's United Party. After becoming the only sitting area representative to face a constituency convention where she ultimately lost, Vega Samos now claims she is being forced out of her constituency office. Despite this, Vega Samos appears resolute in her decision to stay. She took to Facebook stating, From major undermining from the very beginning of my term to being the only sitting area rep, to be challenged to an unjust convention, to now being told that I must leave the office. Total disrespect. What's next? I was elected by the people and I will serve my term to the end. Prime Minister John Briceño was asked about it today.
I really don't want to go in a back and forth, more than just to say it's unfortunate that we're bringing it out this in public because it helps no one. That building belongs to the PUP, and so I want to leave it as that.
The United Democratic Party continues to face defeat, even months after a resounding municipal election loss. That is because the High Court has struck out Franklin Cranca Polonia's petition challenging the results of the March 6 municipal election in Punta Gorda town. The respondents in the matter were Carlos Obia Gaves and Chief Elections and Boundaries Officer Josephine Tamay. In response, Tamay filed an application to strike out the petition, stating that it is an abusive process and there is no reasonable cause to file an election petition. Polonio argued that the ballots were counted a third time. He was exhausted and did not realize he had signed the overall statement of the polls. He further contended that while he was informed certain ballots were void, neither he nor his agent witnessed the placement of questionable ballots as a separate batch. The chief elections officer argued that the petition was brought under incorrect laws and procedures and that it was inconsistent with the prescribed form of an election petition because Polonio failed to sign the very petition he filed. Tamay further contended that the petition was not supported by an affidavit as is mandated and that it was filed 59 days after the election, as opposed to the 10-day period mandated. As we said, the High Court decided to strike out the petition. Tonight, Carlos Obia Gaves is taking a second victory lap.
Let me say this. I believe that was a clear initial act of desperation. As I've said over and over that when we started counting polling area 112A, and that those two boxes were completed, we have already garnered close to 80, 90 votes ahead of my opponent. So, you know, when all this saying about it's illegal and that we have stolen the election, that's misleading information, totally misleading. I must truly say that I am sincerely, I'm indeed happy. I know that there's a God above, and in everything you do, you put God first. Of course, you need to be guided, and I want to applaud and I want to say thanks to the Attorney General, the AG office, my very good friend Anthony Sylvester, and all those who played a great role in ensuring that, you know, that this claim by the UDP, a desperation claim to want to recall for counting, you know, this is nonsense.
Prime Minister John Briceño says he has been eating a lot of popcorn recently. That's because he's been watching the chaos happening in the United Democratic Party. Briceño told the press today that he usually does not spend much time focusing on the internal affairs of the opposition. But of late, he finds himself eating a lot of popcorn as he looks at the drama unfold.
We all say that it's important to have a strong opposition. It's a part of our democracy. But they're doing that to themselves. It's not that anybody's interfering. And I've been eating a lot of popcorn, watching the drama unfold on television. But we never pay attention to what they're doing. It's important for us to do our work, that our party continues to organize itself. We're hoping, if not by the end of August, early September, we should have all our candidates in place, and that we continue to work as a government, and that whenever we then feel that the time has come for us to call elections, that we will be able to be ready, and that the Belizean people would agree to give us another mandate.
Coming up, Prime Minister John Bersenio confirms who SSB's new CEO will be.
Well, sir, I really did go through some stress with my barber. This man here, they push my hairline way back to the 90s.
Sure.
People, they call me BB Buck Farid now.
So I got a problem, right? I just do this photo shoot, and I want the best photo shoot. But somebody don't want me to post it up. I just tired of this, man.
And I want to tell her to catch me on my way. I stopped at the shop and tell the lady I want $5 tacos. You could imagine when you give me? No. Paper.
What the your problem?
Honestly, life good for me over here. I just upgraded to the Digi1 Elite. I have unlimited postpaid plans, Digi TV, free home phone, and the fastest home internet.
I go and upgrade mines now.
Belize City Chicken Express, with spacious parking and air conditioning, has the widest variety of delicious chicken dishes to satisfy your every craving. You've been asking, and we heard you. Our Belize City branch is now open until 8 p.m. Chicken Express, with the unique taste of quality chicken.
Get ready for the 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, live from beautiful Placencia, Belize. Join us as Belize hosts this prestigious event, showcasing its rich blend of cultures, pristine natural beauty, and warm hospitality. Tune in to Channel 5 for the opening ceremony on Monday, August 12th at 7 p.m. and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards on Tuesday, August 13th at 7 p.m. It'll also stream on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Don't miss this exciting opportunity to celebrate excellence in Caribbean broadcasting. The 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards, live on Channel 5.
Vacation in San Ignacio this summer with Sweet Songs Lodge. Relax by the infinity pool or tube the river and enjoy 50%.
Prime Minister John Bersenio confirmed today what News 5 reported weeks ago, which was that the new Chief Executive Officer of the Social Security Board, SSB, will be Dr. Leroy Almendarez. Dr. Almendarez leaves Beltray to head SSB. This development comes after CEO Deborah Ruiz announced that she would not be renewing her contract. Her last day is August 15th. Ruiz has been employed at SSB for the last 42 years. PM Briceño thanked her for her service and says he is hopeful that SSB can move to the next level under the leadership of Dr. Almendarez.
Yes, they went through a long process of the post was advertised. First of all, I want to put on record my appreciation to Ms. Ruiz, who has been at almost all of her professional life at Social Security, and the work that she have done over the years and here at the CEO position. After the lengthy process of advertisements and screening and then interviewing, they have chosen Dr. Leroy Almendarez, who has been at the helm of Beltrade, who was doing a fantastic job. And whilst I feel sad that we're losing him here at Beltrade, we are happy that then he's going to Social Security to continue to manage one of the most important institutions in the country with the largest trust fund, the people's, the workers' monies, and to find ways now, him coming from the private sector and Beltrade, to see how we can find ways how we could invest that large pool of money, of cash. We have about $100 million, and if we can't invest it, then pretty soon we may have to increase contributions, and we don't want to do that. I'm hoping that he can come in and help and see how we could take Social Security to the next level.
The investigation at the Solid Waste Management Authority that the Prime Minister spoke of earlier in this newscast is not the only one that is underway over missing public funds. We reported this week that thieves removed an entire safe from the Treasury building in Dangriga. It is a matter that the police suspect strongly involves inside coordination, if not involvement. The meticulous way the thieves went about their deed leads investigators to think they knew their surroundings well and knew exactly what to do to go undetected. The thieves disconnected the power that controlled the surveillance equipment before they entered the office. The amount that was in the safe is still not determined, but Prime Minister John Briceño says he'd like for the police to make an arrest.
In many instances, whenever you have this kind of crime or burglaries and robberies in any institution or business, most of the time it's because there's an inside job. That somebody from within tells them what's going on, where to go, and so forth. So I'm appealing to the police to investigate and try to find the perpetrators, but at the same time, if it is an inside job, for us to try to find who are the people that are giving all this information, and when we find them, that we deal with them using the justice system.
Are you able to say how much money went missing? Or
No, I've not been informed as yet. I'm thinking that they're probably trying to find out and to ascertain the exact amount.
The Benque Viejo Town Council has reported a loss of $58,000 for its recently held Benque Fiesta. The council financial records show that expenses for the event amounted to $177,000, while it earned just over $119,000. The council referred to the loss as a real shame. They attributed it to bad weather and a lack of support from residents. Today, Prime Minister John Briceño was asked about it, seeing that it is a POP town council that made huge losses.
No, I've not been appraised, but again, in these instances, sometimes they don't have the proper people to do the proper collections and record keeping, which is very important in these situations, and I hope it is not so, but if it is so, and you can find the people that are responsible, then we need to hold them accountable. And just as important, I hope that they next year they learn from the errors and mistakes that they've done to ensure that this is not ever repeated again.
Cabinet announced today that the Belize Police Department will soon undergo a significant expansion, with 225 new officers to be recruited nationwide. According to the Cabinet, this initiative aims to open a new precinct in Santa Elena town and strengthen specialized police units to enhance public safety and reduce crime. On the healthcare front, Cabinet reviewed a comprehensive study by the Central American Bank of Economic Integration on the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital. Following detailed discussions, Cabinet endorsed the Ministry of Health and Wellness's proposal to build a modern, patient-friendly tertiary-level hospital in Belize City. To support economic diversification, Cabinet approved the creation of key positions within the New Growth Industries unit under the Ministry of Home Affairs and New Growth Industries. This move is intended to strengthen the unit's ability to manage and promote emerging sectors vital to Belize's economic growth. Cabinet also tasked the Minister of Sustainable Development with leading a national tree planting initiative targeting 1 million trees over the next 5 years, focusing on urban and suburban areas. This project may include policy and legislative changes to promote the greening of Belize, including coastal, marine, and terrestrial zones. After the break, the University of Belize launches its School of Medicine. But first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Them is a hurricane I win this year because we are champion.
Benny's Belize Hurricanes wants you to know it ain't over until we say so. We still got some more to go. The BEBL Finals Game 5 is very much alive, echoing the words of the late great Houston Rocket coach Rudy T.
Don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion.
It's all going down this Friday, August 9 at the Belize Civic Center, beginning at 9 p.m. sharp. Game 5 of the BEBL Finals between your three-time undefending champion, Benny's Belize Hurricanes, going for 4. Their opponents, the Belize City Defenders, who will be crowned the 2024 BEBL champion. This is it. Your defending champion, poised and ready to bring the Category 5 on their opponent and go back-to-back as champions, being the most decorated franchise in the BEBL. Can the Hurricanes pull it off? Can the dynasty add to its collection? Can the Hurricanes fulfill their destiny?
I wanna rule my destiny.
The halftime show will be a three-pointer to win the coveted Cellular World Samsung Giant 75-inch TV. We will not stop until someone wins. Plus, of course, there'll be lots of other giveaways.
One team, one big family. Yeah.
Remember, it's going to be a dynamite Friday night, August 9, beginning at 9 p.m. sharp for Game 5 of the BEBL Finals between Benny's Belize Hurricanes and the Belize City Defenders. The after party will be a Thirsty Thursday. Sponsors.
Some of them are hate we are real winner, but we not care we are real winner.
Get ready for the 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, live from beautiful Placencia, Belize. Join us as Belize hosts this prestigious event, showcasing its rich blend of cultures, pristine natural beauty, and warm hospitality. Tune in to Channel 5 for the opening ceremony on Monday, August 12th at 7 p.m. and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards on Tuesday, August 13th at 7 p.m. It'll also stream on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Don't miss this exciting opportunity to celebrate excellence in Caribbean broadcasting. The 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards, live on Channel 5.
Hurricanes can be devastating, but knowing your risk can make a difference. Take time to assess your home's construction and location. Is it in a flood zone? Can it withstand strong winds? Preparing now saves headaches later. Contact us for a personalized risk assessment. Remember, it pays to get it right with RFNG Insurance, a Row Group company.
This plan, I can't left this plan. Smart Belize.
Hey there, smart thinkers. We're turbocharging your mobile experience with Smart's powered up postpaid plans. Imagine a world where your data speeds flows faster than ever. Well, guess what? We've cranked up the dial and unleashed the postpaid power of Smart's lightning fast LTE data on all our postpaid plans. That's right, no speed bumps, more data. It's like having a limitless highway of data speed at your fingertips. Whether you're a lone ranger with an individual plan or a squad rolling with a group plan, everyone gets to surf, stream, and share at enhanced, full, high-quality speed. Switch to Smart's powered up postpaid plans today and ride the wave of postpaid power. Visit any Smart showroom or smart-bz.com for details and make your mobile experience smarter and faster. Smart, bringing people together.
I know I can't let this plan. I can't let this plan.
Vote for your favorite KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to Smart Code 5885. Here are this week's contestants.
I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never make the ground, but now there's nowhere to hide. Since you pushed my love aside, I'm out of my head.
Amaze me the way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. And I run from miles just to get a taste. Must be love on the brain.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight. And don't forget to tune in every Tuesday night at 8 for KTV The Remix Season 6. Live only on 5.
Transfers for police officers from one district to another normally take place around this time of the year. But one transfer has raised the interest of some individuals. The transfer of Corporal Anastasio U on August 1st from San Pedro Town to Belize City is of interest to those who are familiar with the circumstances of an incident that occurred on the island back in July. It came on the heels of an incident on July 7th when the same corporal took a statement from a minor who did not implicate a man who a sergeant of police was seen gun-butting and kicking on the street. The report was that Sergeant Devon McKinn was off duty when he got a report from a minor that two masked men were chasing him. McKinn pursued and apprehended 22-year-old Ryan Melendez, and the video that was circulated showed McKinn manhandling Melendez. It turned out that the statement the child gave in no way pointed to him as one of the suspects. Corporal O received his letter not long after that, stating that his transfer would have become effective on August 1st. In it, he was informed that he would gain $100 in patrol allowances, but that he would lose $200 for jungle and maritime allowance and $350 for hardship allowance. When he was asked on July 10th about the incident involving McKinn and Melendez, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams explained that McKinn was informed that the suspects may have been armed, which required him to take out his own weapon. Williams also said that Melendez resisted kneeling on the ground when he was ordered to do so, and that was when McKinn hit him. The commissioner did say, however, that he did not condone McKinn pistol whipping Melendez because the weapon could have gone off, resulting in injury. Williams has since authorized the matter to be investigated by the Professional Standards Branch upon request from Melendez, who had indicated from the start that he was not one of the men chasing the minor. After a wave of public outcry, the 2 minors who were placed at the Belize Central Prison under the state of emergency were transferred to the New Beginnings Youth Development Center. Previously, Commissioner of Police Chester Williams told the media that the department was hesitant to place the 13 and 15-year-olds in the youth center due to the concern for their safety of the other minors and the possible influence that they might have on them. On Wednesday, Minister of Human Development Dolores Balderramos Garcia acknowledged that holding the minors in prison may have not been the favored course of action. However, she maintains that the government was deliberating how to balance the rights of the children with the safety of the public.
What was initially reported to myself and the Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Karim Musa, is that the young man came from an extremely troubled past, and that sometimes the gang leaders and the criminals and the bad people in society, it is easier for them to recruit the very youthful young people as opposed to maybe 17, 18, 19, 20, etc. And what was reported to us was that there was very serious concern, not only about the criminal capability of the young person, but also about his risk of being on the street, having been accused of being involved in crime and violence. And so it's not an apology I'm making today, ladies and gentlemen, but it is a sort of an acknowledgement that we don't always get it completely right, you know? But I felt at the time that perhaps it was better to hear the reports of the police and to make a proper investigation before moving the young person to the New Beginnings Youth Development Center.
Belize is advancing its healthcare sector by investing in the education of future doctors. Today, the University of Belize officially launched the University of Belize School of Medicine, offering a 5-year program leading to various Bachelor of Medicine degrees. News 5's Brittany Gordon was at the launch to gather more details about this significant development.
For years, Belizeans have sought medical education abroad in countries like Cuba or Mexico. Now, Belize is stepping up by launching its own University of Belize School of Medicine. Dr. Lisa Johnson, the dean of the new school, says this marks the beginning of a new chapter for both education and healthcare in the country.
It shows progress, it shows development, it shows enlightened planning, enlightened leadership. It's an inflection point in our history, nationally, institutionally, and it will be so for certain persons. So one can view this from a number of different angles, but the one that we must view it from is in terms of the country and what it means for the country, how it translates into the daily lives of each Belizean, no matter where you are in the country, that at some point we will be producing doctors that will touch all the lives within the country. It's a tremendous responsibility, but it's a sign of growth and maturity as a country.
The 5-year program starts at a cost of $25,000 for the first year. To help ease the financial burden, the school will offer several scholarships to top performers in the entrance exam.
What we looked at, because as you know, we had mentioned that we were offering also scholarships, master's degree in nursing. When we looked at the applicants that have applied, we have found the resources that we are able to then provide 4 scholarships for the School of Medicine. And just as we do on the Ministry of Education, who have also supported us through the Ministry of Health with other scholarships, I think it's very important that we show our support by that as well, by offering 4 deserving Belizeans who would want to take on this challenge to become medical professionals and to take up this opportunity at the School of Medicine here at the University of Belize.
The launch of the School of Medicine marks a significant step towards building a well-educated and thriving Belizean society. UB President Vincent Palacio, emphasized that the program is currently undergoing a rigorous accreditation process to ensure that its curriculum meets international standards.
I have heard some of them, their doubts, their questions. That's why we're going the accreditation route. With an accreditation with CAMHP, it will put us at that level, that quality level, as our counterparts in the region. So I have no doubt that we could do this. The naysayers, they will join us eventually when they see indeed that the University of Belize could run a medical school.
Classes are scheduled to commence on September 30th of this year. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
And while the residents out west will have a new public hospital, Belize City will not be left out. Today, Minister Bernard told reporters that the cabinet has decided on a new tertiary level hospital to replace the Carl Huschner Memorial Hospital. The funding for the new facility will come from the Central American Bank for Economic Integration, or CABE for short. Whether the building will be a one-flat structure or a high-rise is a matter for the powers that be to decide on. Today, Health and Wellness Minister Kevin Bernard told the media that renovating the KHMH would be costlier than building a new hospital. The only next thing to sort out is the location, but there is already one that's being looked at.
KHMH has served its time, it has outlived its capacity. There is need for us to build a better facility for the Belize district, and so that has been the decision. The ministry supports that a new hospital be built. Whether we build it now at the current location where the old nursing school was, or we look at the new area that is being suggested next to Eleanor Hall building, where there's a huge land space that you can build another tertiary hospital. We have to think different, we have to think big. We also have to look at the options, whether the design will be upper floors or just as what KHMH is right now. Remember, when you look at other hospitals around the region, and go to Merida, there's not only just flat surface buildings, there are high-rise hospitals. You just have to put in the necessary amenities for the people with disabilities and special needs. But however, we need to ensure that we start to think down the road. We have to start to think for the future, that all the necessary service of a tertiary hospital be provided. Belmopan, of course, the reason for the tertiary facility here in Belmopan is not just only to support KHMH currently, but also to ensure that we have a quality tertiary facility that supports the south, the west, and so forth. So, and then likewise, the one in Belize City will then focus on the north and the Belize district. So it's long-term plans that we are looking at, and we are hoping that now that the cabinet has made that decision, it goes back to CABE, who will then come back to us and say, right, this is what we believe the bank can afford to do for Belize, whether we go to the revision, because from the report I got, if we were to remodel or renovate KHMH, as I said, it would have disrupted service. It would have even cost more than to build a new facility. So it's best that we build a new facility while we're not disrupting service, and enhance and bring something better for the citizens of the Belize district.
For months, key stakeholders involved in the $45 million university hospital project have left the question of its construction site unanswered. Originally, the hospital was intended to be built on the University of Belize grounds to manage operations for the institution. However, government officials ultimately rejected that location. Today, Minister of Health and Wellness Kevin Bernard provided an update announcing that a new site has been selected.
I would not be able to speak on the cost of the land. That is something that is arranged through the Ministry of Economic Development, because that's where the decision for that was done. However, there was other challenges. The location of accessibility. Remember, it's not only a teaching hospital, but it's going to be a tertiary facility where you need to have immediate access. And so they felt, after the ministry and other technical team looked at it, they felt that it needed to be at a different location that is more accessible. But it will continue to serve, as Dean Johnson mentioned, not just the tertiary teaching hospital, but we also going to try and look at how we could implement our regional facilities to also become some level of teaching facilities where people can go in and learn clinical works and so forth. So, but yes, the decision was made to build a hospital at a different location. We are almost finished with the designs now, and I am hoping that we can break ground on that new facility by the end of this year.
But do you feel that the money going, I know you said it's the Ministry of Economic Development, they made a decision, but do you feel like that money that went into sourcing this land will take away from maybe the quality of the facility that's being built, since that money could have been used in the facility?
No. That is totally separate from what the investment from the Saudis will be. I mean, the Saudis has committed to the $60,000. I don't remember the full amount. I think it's $60,000 US. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure that 6 million, I believe it is. Sorry, I'm confusing the numbers. But we have to make sure that there's no change in the scope of. That's why there's proper planning being done in terms of our policy unit, our planning unit, working closely with the university. We're working closely with the hospital designs that are there to ensure that all the services that a tertiary facility should have will be there. So whether the land was purchased or so does not take away from what the construction of that facility will have when it's over, when it's finished.
Belize has long faced the challenge of students leaving the country for higher education and not returning after completing their studies. To address this issue, the University of Belize today launched the nation's first School of Medicine, allowing students to pursue medical education locally. While the program is still in the process of accreditation to meet international standards, it represents a crucial step forward. We spoke with Minister of Health and Wellness, Kevin Bernard, to discuss how the ministry is working to combat brain drain in Belize.
Well, this is always a challenge. Similarly to any scholarship program, we are looking at, we have to look at bonding some of our persons that are getting this opportunity. Sometimes it is said that it's how you enforce the bond, but I think it's also from you, the individual who gets the scholarship, knowing that an investment has been made on your behalf, that you come back and serve your community. And I think that while we can have these bonds in place, it's also a personal responsibility that one has to take to say, you know what, I have gotten the benefit from whatever institution, whether it's a private or government scholarship, that you come back and serve your community. And I think that we just have to look at the measures that we will put in place to ensure that we could keep these people here for as long as we can, so that they continue to serve the community.
When we return, concerns growing as deforestation along the Coastal Plains Highway threatens lives.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
Shop smart for your Samsung devices in Belize and enjoy benefits you won't get anywhere else. When you shop locally for your Samsung, all your devices will be covered by a 1-year local warranty. You won't get that when shopping with the other guys. When in doubt, always look for the Cellular World seal to know you're getting the real deal. Shop with confidence and enjoy your Galaxy knowing that it can be repaired locally at our Samsung Service Center by certified Samsung technicians using original parts and machinery. Even better, enjoy the best LTE experience in Belize knowing that your Samsung devices are compatible with major local carrier networks. Get the ultimate Samsung Galaxy experience only when you shop from authorized Samsung resellers nationwide.
The term of the administration, which promised everybody for win, is coming to an end, and they're still not bringing any relief to the masses.
I nearly fainted this morning when I got in a shop.
Cost of living continues to rise mercilessly with government's excessive taxes on fuel, goods and services. Everything at the supermarket and vegetable market continues to rise.
$5.25 to a barbecue sauce now. For $3.50 to $4.95. No, $5.25. Next time when I go back, I bet it might be $5.75.
Food as basic as bread gone up.
The retail price, which has been held at $1.75 since about 2008, has been increased to $2.10 for a loaf of 16-ounce bread.
The very essence of life, water, just gone up.
Bottled water, right up to the 5-gallon, prices had increased.
Even tacos gone up again. Now 2 for $1. And thanks to this government's failed energy policy, BEL is threatening to raise the cost of electricity on consumers. Briceño and the PUB have no mercy. Another term of them we cannot take. Elections are coming and they are going.
Get ready for the 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, live from beautiful Placencia, Belize. Join us as Belize hosts this prestigious event, showcasing its rich blend of cultures, pristine natural beauty, and warm hospitality. Tune in to Channel 5 for the opening ceremony on Monday, August 12th at 7 p.m. and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards on Tuesday, August 13th at 7 p.m. It'll also stream on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Don't miss this exciting opportunity to celebrate excellence in Caribbean broadcasting. The 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards, live on Channel 5.
In June, when the newly constructed Coastal Plain Highway experienced significant flooding, it was attributed to deforestation. According to official data from the Forestry Department, within the last decade, 88,000 hectares or 339 square miles of forest land across Belize have been deforested. We were unable to get actual data on how much forests have been cleared along the Coastal Plain Highway, but it is enough for conservationists to raise an alarm. Experts believe that deforestation is not only leading to more significant flooding events in the area, but also posing a threat to wildlife that traverse this rich jungle ecosystem, like jaguars and tapirs. Logging and unsustainable agricultural development have been identified as the primary causes. In tonight's episode of Belize on Real, News 5's Paul Lopez takes a closer look at the deforestation within the Maya Forest Corridor and the Manatee Forest Reserve along the Coastal Plain Highway. Here's that report.
The simplest definition of deforestation is intentional clearing of forest land. One of its negative effects is the reduction of the soil's ability to hold water. As a result, water from heavy rainfall flows over the surface and causes flooding. Back in June, when the newly built Coastal Plain Highway saw significant flooding and damage as a result, experts within the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing pointed to deforestation as the primary reason.
What we have been experiencing is, I think, a part of our own making. Deforestation has become a major issue. You have to understand that trees and all of these things help with minimizing erosion. It directs the flow of water to a specific area. Once you take that out, then it's a free flow.
Other entities created that problem for us by deforestation upstream, and based on my visit this morning, I saw many other areas where we have lost a lot of forests, and it is clean now where people are developing, their new businesses opening, their new parks opening.
The 36-mile highway is surrounded by vast flatlands and lush forests. 15 miles in sits the entrance to an eco-adventure park that opened back in March of this year. The Excalibur Adventure Park sits on 1,000 acres of forested land that borders the Manatee Forest Reserve to the north. So, is this eco-adventure park contributing to the deforestation that the Ministry of Infrastructure Development says has become a major issue? The company refutes any such claim. We spoke with Francis Kukul, the manager of Excalibur Adventure Park.
All along the watershed. So we have planted, and if you look in our logo, it has the number 5,000. We have planted over 5,000 key stone trees such as the mahogany, the cedar, sapodilla, and other fruit trees to encourage wildlife along the watershed.
What was considered in the development process to maintain the integrity of the rich forest that we have within this area?
So one of the things that was considered was the landscaping, the drainage of the area, and reforesting this area.
How are you all different than developers that comes and perhaps just wants to clear land and make money off of it, as some people would want to assume?
We work with the environment, and we, again, I will emphasize on planting rather than cutting down trees. We leave trees that are already there, so we do selective clearing, or also if we have mahogany trees or sapodilla trees or any tree that has significance, we leave it there and we work around it.
The proprietors of the Eco Park have also established 2 conservation groups. For further context, the lands that run parallel to the highway have been deemed as a crucially important forest corridor by conservationists. It connects the Maya Mountain Massif in the south to the northern portion of Selva Maya. The Manatee Forest Reserve also forms a large part of this important forest link that jaguars and the endangered beard's tapirs, among other wildlife species, use to traverse the country. Satellite imagery from over the last decade reveals significant land clearing along the southern border of the Manatee Forest Reserve, and even more within the area designated as the Maya Forest Corridor.
It's come to a point where we really need to band together to save this area. Belize is world-renowned for its protected area system. But one of the gaps is the connection between those protected areas. What wildlife in particular would these corridors be especially important for? Jaguars are wide-ranging species that need large areas to sustain them. This corridor has been shrinking.
So it's not only the flood waters that are cause for concern along the coastal plain highway. Deforestation is posing significant threats to the movement of wildlife species. The Maya Forest Corridor Trust used the June 2024 flooding as an opportunity to write to the government to highlight issues such as illegal logging and the arbitrary issuance of permits for land surveying and clearing in the area. And while satellite imagery may not reveal significant signs of deforestation within the Manatee Forest Reserve itself, Jason Alshaft, the chairman of Gills Point Manatee, a small Creole community along the coastal plain highway, says illegal logging is taking place at an alarming rate within the reserve.
There is a lot. There is a lot of logging going on. Some we have questioned, and it turned out it was illegal. Forest Service came in, extracted what they had already cut, and then made the roads impassable again, so that it was much more difficult for them to access the area. But sometimes we get trails and push where people might find a beautiful tree that they know they can make some money on, and they harvest it. We see trucks coming and going all the time with logs. Something that I don't know is a lot of times I see small pine trees that are coming out. So it seems like they're getting smaller and smaller, and what they take is a little bit more like, we'll just take it.
Would you classify the cause of the recent floodings as a result of deforestation within the Manatee Forest Reserve?
I think it could be to some degree. I think recently, I think the change in the road and the pushing of water in different directions has really been what caused some of the flooding that we experienced. A lot of times in that area that it flooded and lifted the road, that's an area that has flooded in the past, but it's rare. But now with all the water that's being pushed to that same river, I think that's what's causing it to get close to flooding almost every time it rains.
We reached out to the Forestry Department for an interview. They informed us that they were unable to comment at this time due to ongoing discussions with conservationist groups on how best to address deforestation within the reserve. In 2021, the Maya Forest Corridor Trust purchased 30,000 acres of land that was under threat of deforestation. Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
We'll show you the Belizean power lifters who made us proud.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
We all know about the phasing out of single-use plastics and the enactment of pollution from the plastics regulations. One of the key components in this regulation states that for an item to be considered biodegradable, it must consist of more than 50% of bio-based content. Here, you will find out how the Department of the Environment determines what items meet the criteria and what equipment is being used to guide that process.
Since 2019, the Department of the Environment has been working with CFAS in doing microplastics. Through this project, CFAS has donated 2 microscope Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy equipment to strengthen capacities on monitoring and enforcement to reduce marine litter and plastic pollution. The FTIR can be used to identify unknown materials. The Department of the Environment will use the equipment to determine the composition of single-use plastics and biodegradable products to enforce the environmental protection, pollution from plastics regulations.
While we have a long way to go with the implementation of the pollution from plastics regulation, having this equipment is one step closer. For more information on what's being done about biodegradables and ways you can help, visit our website at www.doe.gov.bz.
Vote for your favorite KTV contestant by texting the number of votes followed by a space, then your contestant's number, and send it to smart code 5885. Here are this week's contestants.
I'm off the deep end, watch as I dive in. I'll never make the grade.
please me. The way that she dances, ain't afraid to take chances, and wears her heart on her sleeve. And I run from miles just to get a taste. Must be love on the brain.
Remember, voting ends on Sunday at midnight. And don't forget to tune in every Tuesday night at 8 for KTV The Remix Season 6. Live only on 5.
Get ready for the 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, live from beautiful Placencia, Belize. Join us as Belize hosts this prestigious event, showcasing its rich blend of cultures, pristine natural beauty, and warm hospitality. Tune in to Channel 5 for the opening ceremony on Monday, August 12th at 7 p.m. and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards on Tuesday, August 13th at 7 p.m. It'll also stream on our Facebook and YouTube pages. Don't miss this exciting opportunity to celebrate excellence in Caribbean broadcasting. The 55th Annual General Assembly of the Caribbean Broadcasting Union and the 35th Caribbean Media Awards, live on Channel 5.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added on for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix add-on for only $28.13 more. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
The Belize Red Cross Society has been in Belize since 1950 and has worked closely with the government in distributing aid to people in need during or immediately after a disaster. That close collaboration is expected to continue to benefit individuals in need. And this week, the leaders of both organizations met to solidify that plan. Prime Minister John Briceño said that he met with the new president of the Red Cross, Jacqueline Marshallek, to see how they can continue to team up for Belizeans in need.
Jackie Marshallek came to see us and to appraise us on the work that they've been doing, thanking the government for assisting them in building a new headquarters, which we inaugurated, I think it was earlier this year. And to continue to see how we can continue to work closely. She's very happy with the cooperation that they are getting with the NEMO and with the new director, Captain Mendes, and to see how we can continue to support them and they in effect support Belize. The Red Cross is one of the most one of the organizations that has great value and great respect, and that especially independent or the international organizations, that whenever we have a crisis in Belize or hurricanes and fires, they want to work with the Red Cross because they know that the Red Cross will ensure that every cent is accounted for and it is spent on the people that needs it. And we need to give them credit and to respect that and to continue to support the Red Cross.
A team of Belizean powerlifters is in the U.S. competing in the North American Regional Powerlifting competitions. The competition began on Monday, and late into the week, Team Belize racked up numerous medals. Today we spoke with 3 of those medalists, including Amaret Banman, who competed in the 63 kilo sub-junior female category. Leo Matura, who competed in the 74 kilo open division, and Shakira Oxley Sai, who competed in the Master 2 category. In total, these 3 athletes have racked up 11 medals.
So I got 3 medals and 1 silver. I got gold in the squat event. I got silver in the bench press. I got gold in the deadlift, and I got gold overall.
How does it feel for you after all the preparations and hard work?
It feels really good. Last year I had a pretty bad competition. It didn't go as planned. I failed. So I promised myself I would work harder throughout the year, and then I came back and I got my redemption. It feels really good.
Bittersweet, to be honest. I'm very happy with what we achieved at this meet here. I mean, we medaled and hit placement in certain categories out of the 3 disciplines. But personally, I had wanted to have a greater total that had put me in contention for the bronze in the overall. But, we take it one day at a time. The sport isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's something that you can't be fixated on in just a moment. It's just a continuous thing, and the primary goal is always improvement. The totals for the bench press was 340 pounds, and for the deadlift, 585. We could have got 605, but I had lost grip on that last attempt, and it wasn't a strength issue. My hand literally had ripped there.
I was able, out of all the athletes who competed in my division, I had the 3rd highest overall total. And I also got a medal for a bronze medal for squat. I got a bronze medal for bench, and I got a bronze medal for deadlift.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty good. I'm entering into my 5th decade of life. So being able to compete in the sport that I truly enjoy really gives me another sense of accomplishment. And I'm happy to be able to do that under the Belize flag banner too.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.